Okay, class, this is the blowing curtain rig I've got set up. I've pre-lit it. So you just can turn these three lights on. There's one back there, one here, and one there. Get your program going. I've already focused and all that sort of stuff, but you'll have to check it and make sure you're in the cinematography window and take some test shots. It's very, very important. And make sure it looks good. Like that's a little too bright. This has got some nice richness to it. It's dark. It could probably be a little bit brighter back there, but it's more important to get the animation done of the curtains. So these curtains have mini wires in them and a little bit of mesh. So for major movements, you can kind of move from the base, from the top, I mean, and there's a brass piece that goes across here, and you could pose it just a little bit at a time for those major moves. And these will move separately. So, and I'm holding a camera, so I can't do it, but if you hold this one will move separately and vice versa. And then when you want to do your subtle moves, you can go in there and start to move the wire inside the fabric to get those subtle little blowing bits of reaction to a slight gust of wind going through the window. So you start off with a slight gust, and then you want a blast of air where it gets a little on the violent side and then rests back down. So start with the curtain in this kind of neutral hanging pose as if there's no breeze whatsoever. Then go through those two sequences for your assignment. And you'll notice my framing has enough room on this side so that when these come out, they don't go off screen. Also notice that it's at a 3/4 view, so I could really see the animation better than having it face on, because I don't know anything. If it's face on, it's gotta be 3/4. The second part of this project is going to be using this scarf setup. Same thing, one really slow, decent, breezy little soft breeze, and then a very violent one, and then it relaxes. Animate more than you think you should. It's always great to animate more because you learn more. This one is already tied down. There's a wing nut underneath here, so if you want to move it over, feel free. And then you could just kind of point the camera down and shoot that here. And you'll see that this is already locked down to the table, so it won't shift around. If you haven't shot this project yet, you can kind of do it over here as well. I'm leaving this here for another week for those of you who haven't had a chance to do it. Please let me know if there's any questions.